Hi there, I am on a mission today. I've got a Color set that I picked up that has 120 colored pencils. The pencils look actually really a lot like Castle Arts. Let me show you. It almost looks like came from the same manufacturer. So this is the Castle Arts, and then this is the Color. The print on them, very much the same. I would say the Colors are way cheaper, but the pigment isn't nearly as good as the Castle Arts, which isn't a bad thing because the pigment's really good. These are by far better than Crayola, in my opinion. But the Castle Arts just got a little bit more softness. So I noticed that the other day when I was grabbing and doing some tests on swatches that I picked up the wrong pencils. So today I'm going to be doing some organization. I picked up this case when I first started coloring, and unfortunately I had no idea that they didn't have individual ones. It just said pencil case, so I thought, okay, cheap pencil case. And unfortunately, every time I put anything anywhere as I'm flipping through, these slide out and they can fall. So today I'm going to go through, put this in a new case, and the new case is really reasonable price. It's this neat little case. I'm sure I could probably sew this, but it might be a little complicated when it's big like this. But it's this side. It's got kind of a silky material, which I didn't expect when I saw it, but it's got a pretty little fabric. On the other side, we've got all where the pencils will go. I really like my small ones that are like these little roller ones, so this is going to be pretty fun to do today. I'm going to get my pencils organized, and I thought I would ask you to come along and join me in this process. But I also want to sharpen everybody. I think I do, yeah. Some of these have never been sharpened before, so I want to do that. But as you can see already, these are like shifting in a really bad way, and they can get pinched from moving around. I think the first thing I'm going to do, see, can't even close it without worrying about the tips being broken off. I think the fastest way to do this, honestly, is to fold this in half. And I will be pointing the pencils outward, because as we all know, I'd rather have something get pinched on the outwards than the inside. The other thing I want to do is get all my pastels in one spot. So I've got this container here. I'm going to put all my pastels in. Pastel to me is something that's very muted at the top of the pencil. I don't really think there's a way to do this super fast either. Ooh, it has a little flap on the inside. I kind of like that. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'm not sure. I think I'd prefer it on the outside. Yeah, I haven't been using the Colors for weeks because I kind of just hated the case and how it made me feel like every time I flipped through to find a color that I was trying to find from the swatch, it would just fly. And I don't know about you, but when you start realizing you could step on them and break them, it's like, no more. I'm not going to grab for these. And they're my most budget-friendly batch besides Crayola, so I kind of want to start using them. Well, these are very pastel. I have thought about making this little pouch, you know, because I have a sewing machine. And then I keep telling myself, but I need to go set up everything. So at some point I just need to go set up my sewing machine, so I have no excuses. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go sharpen this whole row here. So here's all my greens. Skimming for pastels, and I don't think they have that many pastels in this set. They have a pastel set, that's probably why. I just have started to realize that every time I'm searching for stuff, oftentimes I just want a subtle color, like a little bit of that color. I don't need a very strong pigment to highlight something, and having that all in the front would probably be good, but I think on this set I'll put it in the back. I'm not going to worry about the coloring system really, it's just all greens. This is almost a pastel, but it's not enough to be muted enough to be one though. So we're just going to put it in here. Shift this down a little. What a pretty little case though. It gives me ideas on this, the way they're made, to make my own. Yeah, I'm not really seeing a pastel blue either. This is the closest it is, but it's a sky blue, so it's not muted enough. Last time I used this set, it was for a robotic. It was all these really beautiful colors. Some neon looks to it. There's some really pretty bright, vibrant colors in this set. Okay, so we've gotten 2 layers done. I'm going to go ahead and sharpen these. Where's the piece? Right there. There's all the blues. I did end up with a red that I need to shift over. It's the worst, huh? Okay, we're gonna shift over this red. It is a carmine. These are both beautiful peaches. I need to recheck some of these that I forgot how many purples this set had. The blue, we'll just put the blue right here, or I mean the green. It's a darker green. And this is perfect. I wanted to move that over anyway. Oh no, I missed a yellow. I usually like to look at the top, by the way, and not the bottoms, but I'm looking at the bottoms right now. Good enough. This is very blue. I'm going to just put it with the blues. It's a greenish blue, but we'll deal with it later. Okay, here's more blues. Well, it has a lot of blues. What I should do is twist these in after I'm done, because because the fabric is like this, it's so much easier to twist these than some of the zipper cased ones. Zipper cases are a little bit more pricey too. And the fact that you could sew one of these and it'd be difficult to make a real case, it's kind of nice too. Just use it as a good reference when you're trying to make your own, because it seems like it's pretty straightforward. The only difficult part would be to figure out the dimensions of this. Still not any pastels. Wait, this one kinda, but it's still got too much pigment in it. Alright, I don't think I mind all these. Just put them all with the color families. These will be used a lot, so as I'm using them, I'm just going to pull them out and reorganize them as necessary, but just for time's sake, I really don't need to be fussing about where these are spotted. Yeah, I think this is probably the hardest part to sew. But I mean, you could see the stitches. It's gotta be easy. The actual trying it out is probably a whole different ball game. Okay, purples. I feel like I should have different gloves on to play with these. But it is very cold today, so I'm keeping my hands warm tonight. You're looking good. Look at that. Now you could just find them based on the number or the name. Talk about patience. Well, that is as good as my patience will take me right now. I'm just gonna go up to the purples, and later on I'll sort them. Okay, let's flip ya the other way. And let me show you what this looks like though. Ooh. Okay, once again I'll be facing these out. Let me go check to see what my next batch is underneath. I don't think I have that much, yeah. Right back, I'm gonna go sharpen everybody. Got the browns, I've got some yellowish browns, I've got some reddish browns, brown, grays and stuff. And then here's my pastel set. So they do sell the pastel kits, pastel tint set. There's quite a few companies that do. It's not something I use in every coloring page, but I do use it. Now as for this side over here, I'm not sure why I still have a whole bunch left, slots left. I'm trying to think what I could use them for. And I guess I could use the Crayolas over here. This is my Crayola bin. This is my first set that I got, I think in 2018, and it was for editing some of the packets I was doing. So probably not a bad idea to put them in a thing. Because this is the cheap way, right? Plastic bags. And this is a really fun set. Like, I think this was $10 or $50 when I got it. I mean, if you play video games, this is dirt cheap, I guess. So let me sort them by color families real quick. I'll be right back. This was something my friend gave me. There's 3 different pencils, and these are like a generic brand. I put that with this set as well. The idea that, you know, I might have multiple sets, but the reality is I'm in play mode, right? I'm in play mode. So think about all the different types of video games or things you sample, whether you're cooking or anything like that. I'm kind of in play mode right now, determining what I do like and what I don't. Over time, what I'm hoping to do is basically keep reducing what I use, and so that does mean I use all these budget-friendly ones. And over time, this packet here, for instance, this little organizer, that's what I want to do. That's my goal, is that I'm not just buying more pencils to buy them, but I am going to get the pencils that I do know I'll use often enough to rebuy in the future. So open stock pencils, for instance, I don't have to buy a whole set. I just buy 1 or 2 pencils that I need for that set to keep my pencils, the color ranges going. And by getting these little budget friendly ones, the idea is like, would I buy another set of Color? Only if I was out of all the other budget-friendly ones that I have, because I have a couple that are just like on super sale right now, so I got them with the idea in mind that once I know the pencils I love, then I won't be buying them again. So for instance, I do not think I'll be buying Crayola again, but I do have like an extra set that was given to me, so I don't have to buy them for a really long time. But if somebody gives me them sets, then I could keep adding them to a thing like this. So that is what is in my mind. Is it something sustainable that I could keep doing? I think it is, because a lot of the sets that I do want to continue, any of the ones that I think the open stock ones have, I think I will be doing that. So that's what I have in my mind anyway. Not to just keep buying pencils just because they're trendy, but buying them as my test, and then as I reduce, I keep adding them to a pencil budget thing like this. So that's in my mind anyway. Just thought I would say, if it looks like I have multiple pencils, I'm in play mode. I am buying all the video games that I can, type of thing. I don't want things to go to waste, and so I am putting them in cases that can help me preserve them or use them more. So this case is going to be definitely something where I can grab it and not worry about something flying and me stepping on one of these. And instead of just having loose pencils as I did, I now have, I can grab at them, and there's 2 pencils in here that are budget friendly. These are the most budget friendly of my batch, by the way. That is a bizarre random note, but I get this thing where I think about these as tools to get away from being on the blue screen. And art is definitely the easiest way. Physical art especially can get you away from being in front of a screen all day, especially if you work in front of the screen all day like I do, and if I play video games as well, which I still do. You can end up being in front of the screen your entire hours of the day, right? And so that's not cool. I thought there was more pastels, but I think it's in the larger set. We are going to try to use all these pencils though, so I'm not going to do the one that my friend gave me yet. I want to use these up because my friend gave me the 120, so I was very grateful because she doesn't use it. So play mode and discovery mode is kind of the same thing in my opinion, because you're discovering your talent, and I think you're also discovering if you want to try something out. And these budget-friendly pencils, especially a small set like 50 or 70, smaller set than the 150s, those are definitely good ways to do it. Because yeah, the moment I swatched these because I hadn't used them, I think this is 2018? 2019. I hadn't used them in a long time, and I decided to give this hobby a chance because it seemed like something to check out. And I was rather happy that I was able to discover something I did as a child. And you know, coloring isn't just coloring. It's like I want to start doing sketching and stuff like that like I did as a kid. So it's going to be an interesting little journey for me because it's something I love doing. I used to do a lot of pastel stuff. I used to do a lot of charcoal sketches and stuff. And I used to get paid, oddly enough, that's bizarre to say, but I used to get paid at malls. My teacher wanted us to go to the mall with this idea that we could raise money for something we needed to pay for at the school. I don't remember what it was, honestly. It was something, but we went, and throughout the year she decided that I was one of her top 2. There was another little boy that was my age that was very, very talented. I was more good at portraits and realism, I guess. I could see something and kind of put it on paper, which is kind of funny because I can't do that now. So I think she was very, very interested in seeing what we could do, and we both made really a lot of money that time, and she gave me a little bit of money for the trouble, but like, here is money that I'm going to pay you for going here. You're really talented kind of thing. And as a child, you're like, oh my goodness. And she goes, of course I'll compensate you. It was kind of interesting too. I got to talk to strangers in a nice way and told them to sit a certain posture and stuff. And so, yes, look at this though. Whew. Oh, this is overkill. Oh my goodness, I'm going to break some pencils. Okay, so I'm not sure how to close this now. Okay, I think I got it. Nice. Let's roll it. Because if it's not gonna roll, oh my gosh, I was like, I don't think I can do this. There we go. Very nice. I can see why they use this material too. There we go. All right, that'll make it a little bit better to grab. So let's compare. It went from this case. So this is the evolution of it. It was this case, then it went in here, and I hated it. It would fall out. And now it is in this cute little case. Very, very cool. Well, I hope that was entertaining to see my struggle. I hope your day's treating you well. Until next time.